Hey guys, how you doing? Let's take a look at Starfield. This is Starfield Direct, Bethesda's deep dive. Just to let you know, I'm a huge Bethesda fan. Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion. Absolutely
Hey
love
everyone,
those games.
thank you so much for
Hey,
joining
Todd.
us today, and welcome to Bethesda Games Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them
I love
just as
playing
much
in
as
them.
you do.
Yeah.
And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up.
Now we have to talk about the elephant in the room real quick. Fallout 76. That was a dumpster fire. That was an absolute screw up on Todd's part, on Bethesda's part. They completely misread the room, and they made an absolutely crap game. Now, it's supposedly okay, which years later, that's not excusable. Fallout 76, horrible game. But, if you think about what Todd Howard and Bethesda have done since Morrowind, since, no, not Morrowind. Yeah, Morrowind. Morrowind, and since Fallout 3, it's just been an amazing list of game of the years, all-time classics. You know, it's really hard to bet against this guy and this company, especially for me, because I consider Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas is different. That's Obsidian, but Bethesda, they didn't. Anyway, Obsidian created it, but Bethesda produced it. Whatever. Still. You know, Fallout 4, all-time classic. Skyrim, all-time classic. Fallout 76, dumpster fire.
The space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in
That could
where
be
you
cool.
could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio.
Notice how they cut out when 76 came into the frame. Look at that. Look at that armor right there. That is so cool looking. Wouldn't that be great to go to work every day and see that?
We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
This has got to be a great place to work.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years.
Now, that's pretty.
But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities.
Cool.
But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because
Now this scares me. Over 1,000 worlds sounds like marketing, corporate speak. You know, like they were going for this goal. Like the project didn't organically, naturally lend itself towards, let's just say, 1,065 worlds. It's like they said, okay, this game, we need to be able to say there's over 1,000 worlds, and I'm really worried that the procedurally generated world is going to suck, and that only the handcrafted stuff is going to be good. Because what they're doing on these procedurally generated planets is, probably like 90 to 95% of it's procedurally generated, and then within it you have these handcrafted POIs, points of interest. How many POIs per planet? How many POIs are there in the game? So how many of these different puzzle pieces do they have to work with? How well are they going to be integrated into each of these different procedurally generated planets? I know from playing No Man's Sky, those planets started to feel samey. It's like, oh, look, another, pink, crazy orange planet that, has all these randomly rolled characteristics to it, and it just didn't feel special. I hope it'll feel special.
the choice of where to go, it's not ours.
That's pretty.
It's yours. And
That looks cool.
It wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it.
Okay.
From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
Yeah. And so
That isn't just a backdrop.
Yeah, you
That
can go to
moon
that
is
moon.
actually there
That's cool.
orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you.
Cool. Cool.
Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, see, to
We
me,
also
this
have
feels
an
very
all-new
Skyrim,
animation system.
like updated Skyrim.
And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
Yeah, this really feels like Skyrim.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale.
Right.
That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources,
Okay.
do a mission,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Now, I like how they show you're exploring, you're collecting, and then now you get into combat. The Spacer Punk. This combat looks slick. Was that a little auto aim there? I hope not. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool how his oxygen tank was punctured and he went flying up into the
We do love stuff, and
Wonder-
all of the
wonder what
items allow you
Equinox
to
is.
pick
Is that a-
everything up.
is
You
that a
can
chem?
view all that in your data menu.
get some cola.
This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail.
These guns
in every
look
object,
great.
from all
Look
of
at
your
that.
weapons to spacesuits
Wow.
to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food.
Trilobites.
When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions
Ship
and crew
looks
you
cool.
can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back.
Okay, now companions have me worried, and I'll tell you why. I'm a lone wolf player. I always have been, always will be. I just don't get into the companion thing. One of my biggest complaints of Fallout New Vegas was the ton of content gated behind companions and companion what do you call it? Affinity. I hated that. Like, the first time I played Fallout New Vegas, I had no earthly idea the Brotherhood of Steel was in the game. I didn't know the Remnants were in the game. Okay, I knew about these factions from playing Fallout 3, but I didn't know they were, or Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, whatever. I played all of them. And, you know, I didn't level up my affinity with the chick from the Brotherhood of Steel, or the hippie New Age doctor healer guy that was at the caravan place. I missed it, and I hope they don't do that in this game. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, it's cool if the companions have backstory and they have stories, but most of the game should be like 80% to 85% of the game should be available. You know, don't gate too much content behind companions, because I'm not using them. I'm Lone Wolf. I don't want to mess with the companions.
Captain Howard.
And he
I
can
mean,
even say your name.
They can work on my
Let's
ship,
head out.
they can work on my bases, but I don't want to adventure with them.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration,
Cool.
to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight.
Okay.
And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is
That looks cool.
advanced, yet still looks grounded.
Kind of reminds
and
me of
relatable.
Space
For us,
1999.
it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and
This
your
is
crew.
very cool.
And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Okay.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its
Now you can see on this planet, it only has 2 POIs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can land anywhere you want. But, you know, is this area up here just gonna be a big icy glacier with nothing on it? You know, why would you land there? Yeah, this has me worried.
info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further,
This is cool.
you can view all the planets in the system.
You can see the
Obviously, the game is
the
big,
deformation of
and
space-time
here you
due to
can
mass
see
right there.
planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to
Okay, so that sounds to me like the barren planets without POIs are where you're going to be going to mine and gather. Maybe you're going to put factories or collection sites on them. That could be interesting. That could be a really smart way to you know, get your planet count up to, you know, above the 1,000 magic number. But at the same time, the game doesn't feel too samey. I hope.
see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's
Let's look at this. Let's see. One jump range 20. Okay, so 20 light years, it must be your maximum jump range. Distance is 14.8. Maybe how much cargo you're... This could be interesting because it looks like your cargo, because this is a grav drive, so it would make sense that the more mass you have, the more fuel it's going to take for you to jump. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Look at the planet. Let's see, spectral class. That must be the star, G5. Okay, that's definitely the star. 55,000 Kelvin. So it's 0.9 solar masses. Okay. Radius, magnitude. That's cool. All right. With this survey here, I guess you can go in there and do more surveying and get XP or get some type of renown or something.
grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones.
So like this one, see, it burns all your fuel. Let's see, unexplored route. That's interesting. How does a... Wonder what that means. I mean, I know it means unexplored, but I mean, does that mean you can't do it? Or does that mean it's more dangerous? I mean, he can't do it because it's beyond his fuel capacity. And I would assume he can't do it because it's outside of his jump range. Oh, it would do 4 jumps. Does it automatically do those 4 jumps for you?
But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system where we can find the...
Okay, let's look at this. 3 jumps. Aha. So it must... I wonder, does it animate those? Do you jump in and jump out of grab space, fold space, whatever? And it looks like you got to be careful. You jump to some place and you can't get fuel to leave, you could be screwed, right?
the city of New Atlantis.
That looks cool. That looks cool. Centauri.
Welcome to UC space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
So this is where you could be a smuggler?
Scan complete.
That could be fun.
You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
That's pretty.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are
Wow.
guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made.
Cool.
Not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
That does look awesome.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story.
What I hope with the sound effects, the art style, I hope they're able to create the immersive feeling of being there. that you get in so many of these Bethesda games. You know, Skyrim has a feel to it. You know, when you're playing Skyrim, you know you're playing Skyrim. When you're playing Fallout 4, you know you're playing Fallout 4. And it's this magical combination of visuals, music, sound effects, how the weapons behave, how the movement feels. I hope that Starfield will have that overarching immersive verisimilitude of you're in Starfield. I hope. I think they can do it. This is Bethesda.
Story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of
Right.
real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
Right.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
There's the watch.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different,
Yeah.
so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you.
See, this is so disappointing. This is the thing I'm most disappointed by. This is what I found disappointing in the Expanse television series. Why does it have to be aliens? You know? It's never aliens. Why can't we just tell a human story in space exploration without aliens? There's no evidence to support the idea that there's any life more complicated than probably algae. Okay? The Fermi paradox and the great filter hypothesis, you know, if there was a spacefaring civilization, they should have populated the entire galaxy in 1 million years or less. And you know, the universe is 13.7 billion years old. It's with these vast amounts of time. Why does it have to be aliens, guys? This is so disappointing. Just keep it human. Tell a human story. I'm very disappointed with this. Very.
The artifact.
The
If
artifact.
you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman and
Bethesda's always been good at creating
Constellation's
characters.
financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's
I think
also
this should work.
Vlad, the ex-pirate. Sam Coe, the former space cowboy.
Who has a revolver.
And Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
I like Barrett. I
The
like
journey
him
you
already.
take with Constellation is just the
That's a
first
great
of
shot.
many you'll embark on.
You know, so often people say the graphics are the least important part of the game. I disagree. The graphics matter. They are not the top priority of the game, but you want the graphics to be as good as you can get them within the current hardware limitations, within the current software limitations. I mean, you want the game to perform well, play smoothly. You don't want it to crash. You know, you don't want screen tearing, all this other good stuff. But really nice visuals. Come on. When we first stepped into Skyrim, back then, when we first played Skyrim, your jaw hit the ground. Come on. It was something. And when you looked around, you looked into those distances and you knew that you could walk to that mountain, that you could run to that hill, that distant outcrop, and you could see it and it looked cool. Visuals do matter. They're not the most important thing. Okay? Story is more important. Characterization is more important. Gameplay is more important. Content is more important. But graphics matter. Come on now. Let's not kid ourselves.
The settled systems is home to all kinds
that
of
is
different
pretty.
stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
That looks cool. Yee! Some aggressive mobs.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Now, my question is, okay, we can go to Alpha Centauri, we can go to Mars. How are they going to handle Sol, Earth? Well, Sol is the name of the star, but how are they going to handle Earth, Terra, whatever you want to call it? Because, you know, that would be obviously the most advanced, that would be the planet with the oldest settlements for for human civilization. We don't know anything about this alien civilizations, and they don't mention Earth in the video, and I'm wondering why they skip over it. Are they going to have some type of story that Earth has been polluted and is no longer habitable, or is it a rich, exclusive enclave of the privileged, or is it the opposite? Is it completely overrun by the lower echelons of society and has lost some of its functionality? Is there something religious going on? I mean, why aren't they mentioning Earth in this video? It worries me. That's funny. Hours without incident.
You might find yourself.
I wonder how much of their tongue-in-cheek humor that they have, so much of it in Fallout that I love. I wonder how much of that tongue-in-cheek humor will. It doesn't seem like this game would have a lot of it, because Skyrim doesn't have a lot of it. The Elder Scrolls games. It's not that they're devoid of humor. It's just in Fallout, it's much more pronounced than it is in Elder Scrolls.
Yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Okay, so now they're getting into something that I think could be really exciting. We had all the different factions in Fallout 4. And of course, I mean, you know, there were different factions in Fallout New Vegas. Not so much in Fallout 3. You had I don't remember Morrowind and Oblivion. I know there were the houses in Morrowind, and then Oblivion had the different guilds, but you could be a member of all of them, you know? It wasn't like they were mutually exclusive, and you weren't going to get different endings in Oblivion. I don't remember Morrowind. It's been a long time since I played Morrowind. But it doesn't seem like Morrowind had a bunch of different endings, whereas in Fallout 4, we had there were a lot of different ways you could go that would give you a completely different gameplay experience. If you sided with the Brotherhood of Steel, if you sided with the Railroad, if you sided with the Institute, these would all give you very, very, very different endings, and it would affect your gameplay after you finish the main story dramatically. I hope we get that here. It sounds like, you know, you can come out here and be this independent space cowboy type, you know, kind of a Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly. That could be cool. That could be really cool. Or, you know, you could work with Constellation and be the consummate explorer and join the United Colonies. And I hope those give very different gameplay experiences and very different endings for the main story. I hope.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city.
Okay.
Where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Okay, little gray area. That's different. Ryujin.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try
Okay.
not to get yourself killed, all right?
Okay, darker side of the game. Cool.
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore.
All right.
These areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
Okay.
Serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
So kind of a serpent cult. That could be cool.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
A runner. That's something different.
They think the
Crimson
galaxy
Fleet.
is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet.
These
It
pirates?
always has.
In Starfield, we're
Now, can you
pushing
join
our
them?
cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you.
Okay.
A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
I am.
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and
Right.
stories to experience.
That
The
looks
most
slick.
important story is the one
Playing
that
with a
beats
controller.
up.
Blah.
I'm the type of person who spends hours
Mouse
in
and
character
keyboard.
creation, and
I
think
don't.
People are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities.
I spend
and by
very
mixing
little
and
time with
matching
this.
all that
You
data, we were
usually
able to
hardly ever
create
see
highly
it.
detailed and diverse characters.
You know, you'll see this face when you
Use
make
that
your
exact
character
system
and
to create all of the characters and NPCs you're
I
gonna
mean,
see
are
in
you
the
gonna
game.
see your face
So
a
any
lot after
character you
this?
see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
all right. Bethesda's always been really good about molding the
Okay,
storytelling
take it
into
easy.
character creation.
You were out cold.
Like when you wake up in New
no
Vegas.
Physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
This looks like a
You start your
DNA
character
separation
creation journey
technique.
as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
All right.
Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This
That's
new
good.
system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Teeth settings?
Character creation is more than just how you look.
Teeth
this is
settings.
also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
Okay, let's... What does this say here? Oh, there's Bounty Hunter, Bouncer, Beast Hunter, Combat Medic, Cyber Runner, Diplomat Explorer, Gangster, Homesteader, Industrialist, Long Hauler. Ronin, and you can see he's supposed to... Let's see here, what's this say? Diplomat, starting skills. Okay. You get 3 traits. Okay, commerce. Okay.
Back
Cyberneticist, lasers. Huh. So, if you choose Bounty Hunter, are you going to get a weapon? See, medicine, security. Cyberneticist sounds pretty good. So that would be healing. This should be lockpick and hacking terminals and stuff, I would think. And then you get a weapons skill.
backgrounds give you a bit of
Cyber Runner, stealth. Oh, I like stealth. Okay. Security. Okay, theft.
bit of backstory.
Pistol certification. Okay, okay. Medicine, and then there's wellness. These are all interesting. What does this mean, though? Are you getting like +5 to pistols, or out of 100, or? I don't see skills anywhere. I just see traits.
And start you out with 3.
Chef gets dueling. Okay, sure. They used knives. Gastronomy. Huh. I'm a foodie, so I love that.
Basic skills.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits.
Okay. Okay, alien DNA. Dream home. Empath, extrovert. Hero worshipped, introvert. Kid stuff. Neon street rat. Raised enlightened. Raised universal. Serpent's embrace. That must have to do with that. With that cult. Spaced. Taskmaster, terra firma. Okay.
Traits are completely optional.
You grew up on the streets. You gain access to special dialogue. Crime bounty by other faction is greatly. Okay.
And they come with their own.
Your parents are alive and well, and you can visit them, but you will automatically send 2% of your. That doesn't sound good.
Advantages.
You really need your alone time. Exerting yourself uses less oxygen when adventuring alone, but when adventuring. Okay, I like that. Introvert. That's gonna be mine.
And disadvantages.
Okay, hero worshipped. I don't like the sound of that.
You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
Remember Wild Wasteland from Fallout New Vegas?
They'll join your crew and it'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with this constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you.
Oh my God.
The same air. I've got to have every molecule.
Yeah, that's creepy.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my God!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without
Must
any
be the
issues.
serpent thing.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you.
Ah. See here, bounty hunter.
No matter
Now,
what you
do you
choose,
get the ship?
There'll be plenty of ways for
I
you
wonder.
to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
Okay.
What a view. It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
Shoot him in the back of the
We'll let
head.
you discover that on your own.
Weapons look cool.
Once
This
you've
guy
built
can
the
draw.
perfect character,
Wow.
that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games
Okay.
and put them together to create an all-new skill system.
Okay.
Each time you level up, you get a skill point.
Level 10, skill point available. Didn't he just kill like a 40 something?
Which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
This looks very simplistic. Okay, so there's tech, science, combat, social, physical. Okay. Security. You can attempt to hack advanced locks, and 2 auto attempts can be banked. Rings now turn blue. Okay, expend a digit pick to eliminate keys that aren't required to solve the... What? 5 auto attempts can be banked. Okay. Does it say anywhere what level this guy is? Is he 10?
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher.
I never liked intimidation. Okay. Successfully intimidate 50 different people. Oh, and that'll take you to rank 4. Oh. Alright.
Ranks. With our 5 different skill trees.
Okay, leadership.
And 4 ranks per.
Combat. Looks like pistols, melee. I don't know. Isn't that just another pistol? Is this long guns or is this shotguns? Is this rifles? This looks like an assault rifle. This looks like a sniper rifle. If you want to use a sniper rifle, you got to wait that far. Wait that long. That could really suck. This is in the chaos of combat. Seconds needed to reload your weapon could be spend 4 more skill points in combat to unlock expert. Okay, does that mean he has these 2 already? Seems like.
Per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Let's see, science, chemistry. You can create and improve chems. Okay, so they got chems just like they did in the other games. Don't know what that is. It looks like he took it. I don't really understand why these 2 are grayed out and these 2 seem to be lit. Does he have multiple ranks in that? Just 1 rank here? I don't know. Seems like a pretty simplistic system. I hope it's good. It's kind of like a combination between Fallout 4 and Elder Scrolls. Seems like. Not that I think either one of those is perfect. Just trying to figure out what it is.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
An 80. Woo!
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
That does look cool.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
That's pretty funny. Oh god.
That one's a lot of fun.
No, I like
Invest in
guns.
skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player.
Me too.
So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Yeah, that is
possible,
cool.
I like to talk my way through situations.
Oh, no.
Limits?
No.
Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I let my silence
I'm more
pistol
of a
do my
run and gun
talking.
player. I like doing the death from above.
See how his
thing,
gun
where I
spun
boost
away?
back over guys and I throw landmines at them.
So this is, I think this is a shotgun.
I like blowing
That
stuff
shotgun
up.
looks kind of stupid. It's very boxy. And close the door on him. That was a good shot. That kind of felt like an auto assist there. Seemed like his crosshair wasn't really on the target.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games.
Agree. And it's one of the
Starfield
best things you
are
do.
Full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Okay. That looks cool.
Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism.
It's tough.
We studied
It's tough.
data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun.
Okay.
Once we had created a grounded world, we could
Yeah,
start
it's
looking
got to
at
be in the
all things
Goldilocks
that
zone,
make that world
as far as we
fun.
know.
When you leave a planet and head into space,
Oh, that looks great.
you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers,
Okay.
fighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Ooh, that could be cool. Very nice.
It's all out there.
Okay.
Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface
Wow.
of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Okay. Those are some different looking
Space
ships.
exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character
Cool.
or home you can make all your own.
Now, I don't know about you, but I loved the settlement system. I loved building my settlements in Fallout 4, linking them together, you know, gearing up all my settlers, building defenses, really getting my economy rocking with this interconnected network of settlements. I hope we have that here, and it feels like the ship is going to be a part of that.
I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do.
Okay.
You can buy a ship.
Wow.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
Okay.
And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports.
Okay.
Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Cool.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then
Okay.
you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling.
Yeah,
For
I
now,
like the sound of
though,
that.
we're
We can
going to
smuggle.
take our starting
Okay.
ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Okay.
You can customize
Oh
and
wow.
upgrade everything
Look at that.
you see here.
Weapons.
And you have two
Wait a minute, let me go back. I want to see that.
space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade every...
Okay. Shields. Cowling. Weapons. Habitat. Cockpit. Landing bay. Cargo hold. Landing gears. Reactor. Okay. Grav drive. Cool. Oh yeah. Very cool.
everything you see here. And you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here
Habitats. Demos companionway 1x1, 2x1, 3x1, 2x1B. Okay.
Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette.
Why is that important?
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps.
Is that just
You can
aesthetics?
even
Is
fully
that
customize
your
your
radar
paint job
cross
to get
section?
the exact look you want.
That's cool. That's cool.
The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship.
Cool.
You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons.
Not that important
Starfield's
to me.
in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your
I mean,
ship.
it depends on how inventory's
From
handled.
living quarters,
You know, I mean, if you, I mean, well, I guess, I mean, I don't really care about displaying the weapons, but storing the weapons is important. Storing all the gear and loot you found. Okay, I mean, it just depends on how their personal inventory system is regulated. So yeah, okay, I can see how that.
to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
Okay. Cool looking. Wow.
Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
Okay.
The HMS Platypus, as I called it,
Oh my god, that does look like a platypus.
where it had like a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs.
Oh god.
So it's really whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the
God.
stars the way you want to,
Optimus
you're
Prime.
probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Okay.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
All right.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign
Geology?
crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
I have a geophysics degree. I find that amusing.
And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field.
I don't want them
Take
to.
Roscoe, for instance.
These designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
That's funny.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
That's awesome. Okay.
And now, let's take to the sky.
This will be important. They have to get this part of the game right. I think this is the part that worries me the most.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship.
Can Bethesda pull off
pretty much
spaceship
anything.
for similitude?
And that is really cool for us as developers.
I don't know.
Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way.
Okay.
We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your
Okay.
piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Okay. Kind of like X-Wing.
Powering up the grav drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Okay. So you can jump out of a hairy situation to escape.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Crimson Fleet, that's the pirates. I might want to shoot back at him.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you
Okay.
target.
Target their engines. Target their weapons. Why does he have a skull next to his... Is he higher level than this guy, or...?
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit.
Okay.
You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you
Alright.
can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Interesting. Interesting. There's that shotgun. 50. Then does this game have auto scaling?
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours.
That's something.
Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Take it back and sell it?
But space is way more than fighting for your life.
Alright.
Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure.
Hope so.
Like these massive star yards.
What does this do?
Walk the halls, talk to the crew.
Space
Maybe
station?
get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship.
That's a facial tattoo.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
Okay.
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Terran Preservation Society.
There
That's
are plenty
a
of personal
clue.
encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit
Piracy.
piracy.
Okay. Okay.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy.
Level 34.
I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches.
Steal all the
and
sandwiches.
Put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches.
That's
I don't
funny.
Play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Interesting
Some
pathology.
strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Okay.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover
That's interesting.
on your own.
You can just visit.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is
Gravity
a
went
Bethesda
down.
game through and through.
All right.
It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked
And shooting
on
them?
silly adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so
Interesting.
present here. It's in
Must
our
be a
random
generation
encounters,
ship,
it's in our
sublight.
handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are
Okay.
over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
See, they keep saying that over 1,000 planets.
We want you to feel like explorers.
Worries me. It's a buzzword.
Breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder.
Okay.
And sometimes a little fear.
Okay. That's a lot of red.
We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
That's what makes Bethesda games great. Okay.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different.
Yeah, I don't care about
we
this.
put so much detail into our game.
I don't
we
care about the
actually have
watch.
something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to
Yeah.
work with the amazing.
It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy.
Okay.
So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available.
Let's see here. Type barren. 0.98. So might as well just be 1G. Deep freeze. Not very specific. No atmosphere. Very strong magnetosphere. Okay. So this is... And it's got a single POI. This one seems to have 2 POIs. What, 2 space stations? See, resources. Helium, lead, and aluminum. Okay.
Resources you can use for.
This one's got water, aluminum, iron, chlorine, argon. What the hell? Some type of silica chloride? SiH3 chlorine. Whatever. Okay, fauna moderate, water chemical. What does that mean? I mean, water's a chemical. Okay. Average magnetosphere, so average defense against solar wind, I guess. Thin atmosphere, half a G. Rocky planet. Tau Ceti 8b. Moon of Tau Ceti 8. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Crafting, building, and customizing.
There's
I think
chlorine.
what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore.
Okay.
Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After
Okay.
that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up.
Okay.
It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that
Hmm.
Bethesda is known for.
There's their skeleton playing around.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Okay. Deserted robotics lab. Cool looking submachine gun, although looks like a current submachine gun, but that's not the end of the world. Pirate. Okay. Okay, he had an axe. Now his backpack blew up. If that happens too often, it's gonna get... That was a nice weapon wheel switch. Okay. Switched over to a shotgun. Back to pistol. Okay, okay. Now I have to say, you know, you go back and you think about Fallout 3, and you think Fallout New Vegas, and one of the biggest problems with those two games when they first came out was the combat. The gunplay was, well, let's just say it wasn't great. It got better. There were mods and patches that brought it up to speed. When we got to Fallout 4, the gunplay was markedly improved, and Fallout 76, for all of its flaws, it does have good gunplay. So, and this looks like it has the best gunplay, the best combat that I've seen in a Bethesda game. So I think this looks great. I think this looks very... I'm very optimistic about the fluidity and the feel of the combat in this game.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way.
Okay, okay.
Or simply take in the views.
Right, right.
With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover...
This feels like No Man's Sky.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals.
Okay.
You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets.
That's like No Man's Sky.
Fully surveying a whole system.
Okay. Now the question is, how productive is it going to be to do that? You know what I mean? You know, let's say you've got an hour to play, and you want to get, let's just say, a level in that hour. Can you do that exploring at the same rate as hunting, you know, running around shooting stuff, you know, flying around fighting pirates in space? How productive is it going to be? I'm not saying it has to be a perfect one-to-one, but if exploration gives you these little teeny tiny slivers of XP and combat gives much more, well, you know, we're going to naturally gravitate towards just running around and shooting shit. So I hope the exploration does, I hope it's impactful and meaningful.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We
That
didn't
looks
want
cool.
alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
Well, but that would be alien to us, because we're mainly from
When it
Earth,
comes
right?
to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere.
Okay.
Our
okay.
biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Okay, okay. Wow. And I was looking at the system requirements, and not minimum, but system requirements recommended is a 2080 Ti. So hopefully, because I have a 3080, you know, I don't have a 4000 series. So hopefully those of us with 3000 and 4000 series cards will be able to play with the graphics turned up at 1440p. I hope, you know, fingers crossed. Impressive visuals. Impressive visuals. That looks cool with that sliver of that moon or planet. That looks alien. Wow.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere.
That looks just like the base building from Fallout 4 with the concrete base slabs that penetrated the ground. I hope they get this right. They should, because it looks like they're building on the Fallout 4 system, which was already good. They expand upon that. Perfect.
On any planet.
Okay.
And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses, and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Now this I could really get into. Setting up all these bases and extractors and production facilities. Having this automated to really build up your wealth. You know, it's like putting in all the water purifiers to make all that water that you could sell. That's one way to go in Fallout 4. Another way to go is to set up lots of vendors and have the vendors just sit there and make you money. And you know, you've got the ammunition factories and stuff that can really help your play in Fallout 4. I hope we see that.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam.
Yeah.
Where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which
Cool.
helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall.
Why was that
view of your
one red, I
outpost is.
wonder?
And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much
I never really
easier.
got into that. I'm all about the functionality. That looks cool. This is a really important subsystem. I really hope we can build multiples of these, fill them with multiple worker bees, and get our economy going. That could be really cool. I could spend hundreds of hours doing that.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts.
Okay, hold on a minute here. Let's see, pharmacology, food and drink, outpost development, equipment and weaponry, research. This is new.
Utilize any resources you find or already have.
Research project barrel mods. New research project barrel mods too. Okay, that makes sense.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle.
Oh yeah, this
Different
is
weapon
huge.
sights and
This is huge. Okay, fully automatic, internal no mod, magazine drum, muzzle brake. Okay, so this looks like it's coming straight from Fallout 4, and that's great. You know, you don't have to completely reinvent the wheel here. Fallout 4 is a great game. Take the better parts of Fallout 4, take the better parts of Skyrim, take the lessons you learned in the past, implement them in your new game, and then innovate on top of that. You know, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know, Diablo 4. Yeah, this looks great. This looks awesome.
scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels.
Okay.
Different ammunition.
Explosive rounds. There's adhesive. Oh, we're gonna have a way to get adhesive again. Let's see here. We got tetrafluorides. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
And like explosive rounds.
Ooh.
All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor.
Yeah. There we go. That's what I want to do right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
Nah.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood.
Exactly,
And I think
exactly.
we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
You should. Fun should come first. Oh man,
Starfield,
people are gonna
we
love that.
completely overhauled our combat.
Okay.
It's more dynamic, the animations are more
You
fluid.
got frozen. Oh, you're blowing up those canisters. Okay.
It just feels great.
What a vacuum zealot spacer.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game.
Beowulf, Brawlers Economics. Damage 2. I don't think I want that. Ooh. That looks sexy. See, rare shotgun. Ah, okay. Range 20 or less. Okay.
I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Okay. Grenade launcher. Ooh.
Upgraded gear is just
I like
one
assault
of the many
rifles.
factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat.
Sniper rifle?
You may need to switch things up based on your environment.
Nice.
Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
Yeah, that boost pack looks like it's going to be mandatory.
And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
What about taking cover? I'd like to see use of cover.
Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards.
Cool, cool.
Energy
Okay.
weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
Now, see, here's the problem. So far, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4. I'm not really sure in Fallout 76. I didn't play it for hundreds of hours. Energy weapons have always been inferior to ballistic weapons. I hope they fix that in this game. Let's make them equivalent. Okay, let's make it so that there's this interplay of balance between going ballistic and going energy. You know, speccing into energy weapons shouldn't be seen as the suboptimal choice anymore. Hope they fix that.
We also have mag weapons.
Okay.
These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays.
Hmm.
Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
Okay. So a maglev gun. A rail gun.
You want to get up close and personal with your own two fists?
Nah.
Or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns? Or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Bigger. Explosive minigun. Level 75. That's the highest level enemy we've seen, I think.
Got you covered.
This looks good. This looks really good. Yeah, I really want to make a space cowboy like Malcolm Reynolds. Yeah. Ecliptic. Ooh, a 60. That looks pretty. That looks kind of like a paintball gun. I don't like that. Fully automatic pistol or something. Switch into knife. Oh. Uh-oh. Spacer punk. Yeah, that looks good. That combat looks real. Ooh, look at that ragdoll. Oh, God. This worries me. This worries me. He just used the Force. This is that alien stuff. This really worries me. Oh boy. I hope this isn't stupid. Oh man. This really worries me.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here.
Well, guys, I have to say, I'm very hopeful. I think this looks like it could be a really special game. I think this could be Game of the Year. This could be a masterpiece. Could be. Could be. We'll know. It's a little over a month. This is July 24th. I'm hopeful. I really am. That's all I have to say about this game. I think it looks great. I'm buying it. I'm going to buy the $100 early access. I think this is a must-buy. This is because, I mean, I loved all the Fallout games. I love Elder Scrolls. I've got like 2,000 hours in Skyrim. I've got 2,000 hours in Fallout 4. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share, and hopefully I'll see you in Starfield. Have a good one.